All right, Happy New Year. I'm here with Evan Thomas with the Midland Chamber of Commerce. We just heard from Renee with the Odessa Chamber. She spoke a little bit about kind of what a chamber is. Can you talk to me specifically about the Midland Chamber?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. And thanks for having me, Lauren, and Happy New Year to all your guests and to all of Midland and Odessa and the Permian Basin. I won't recover ground that Renee already covered. The funny thing about chambers is, and we say it at our gatherings, is, you've seen one chamber, you've seen one chamber, because we're all different. Mm-hmm. But we all kind of have these guiding principles, and we have some specific pillars that the chamber in Midland follows, and that's to try to be an influential chamber, and that's how we govern ourselves and do our business. We want to support business. We want to be a voice for business. We want to increase quality of place and life in Midland, and also promote Midland. Mm-hmm. And of course have our work go out to the region. We want Midland to be the best place it can be, so it can be the best place for the region.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're excited about the work that we do every day, and we do a lot of things at Chambers. So does Odessa, and we work together so often, and it keeps us very busy. But it's a lot of diverse stuff. But we hope that it falls in one of those buckets.
And what are some of the ways that you guys achieved those goals in 2025?
One of the major focuses of 2025 was to try to be more tuned in and attentive to small business. And we
have a lot of those.
And we have
Midland,
so many.
tons.
We don't
really great ones.
Right,
that we love to
right. We obviously, are the international oil and gas companies are valuable and very supportive members of ours, and we're so happy to have them, and they do so much, but it's without those small mom and pop type businesses, those local shops
that people are always begging for more of.
That's
They're
right.
always looking for more.
And they really serve, everybody that lives here, whether or not you work for another mom and pop or whether or not you work for a large oil and gas company. So we need more of those. So we were very intentional this year about having them, trying to serve them and having them as a part of the chamber. So we kicked off this year in February, I'm talking about in 2025, with a membership event that brought in 233 new members, which was just, which is fantastic. That's just an injection of enthusiasm from the business community, and just being able to bring in more people that might not otherwise have known about the chamber. Sometimes growth isn't as organic, and so you've got to really go out there and put yourself out there for them to make sure that they're part of your business structure and part of your membership. And then, fast forward all the way to just very recently, we did a Buy the Basin relaunch. That's a 30-year-old campaign that was launched, in the early 90s. It was launched again during COVID times, whenever, the economy out here, just like everywhere, was being shaken by the protocols and the things that were happening. But we looked at it again and said, how can we help serve our smaller local businesses? It's by encouraging people to keep their dollars here, because that creates job, that creates economic growth. We know how our purchasing habits have changed.
Oh, absolutely. You're talking about all this, and you're making me sit here and think, oh no, I need to change my New Year's resolution. It needs to be to stop buying on Amazon and buy on our local businesses.
The good news is, and I'm not trying to dog on Amazon, because I don't want to pull the numbers, but it was literally, if everybody changed their habits and spent per year just cents on the dollar, it creates a job. And so if you just nobody's, we have Amazon packages coming to our
I think I've got one arriving today, actually.
Everybody does. And but there are ways that you can do that online shopping at a local, with a local store. You've got your service providers, you've got your local restaurateurs. So all of those things can make an impact and grow the economy.
So you've made me change my New Year's resolution now.
Good.
We're gonna start shopping small again, which I do. I'll be better about it, more intentional about it, less on Amazon. What are some of the New Year's resolutions that you guys have at the chamber, specifically for what you guys are doing for businesses?
Well, we want to keep along on that approach. So we want to leapfrog off the success that we've had this past year, and we want to again keep leaning into our small business approach, our local business approach. We're launching a business expo in
Okay.
February. Right now, registration period is open. So that's a way for businesses to showcase themselves to an audience. So if you've ever been to an expo, they can be very engaging. You know, it is an exhibition type thing where people will have booths and setups, and people can come get freebies and different things and just see what's out there. And so it's an opportunity. Right now, we're encouraging people to sign up and register. So if you're a business owner, or if you have a business, and you don't even have to be a member, we'd love for you to be, but you don't have to be a member. You can sign up and have a booth, and you can give out goodies, or it's not for selling, it's not a market, but it's a way to promote your business to an audience that we're going to bring in.
All right, perfect. Well, real quick, rapid fire before we go. You've mentioned the Business Expo. What are, real quick, a bunch of other events that you guys are looking forward to in 2026?
Yeah, you bet. So, you know, we will be going to DC. We do that every 2 years. Last year we went to Austin, or in 2025 we went to Austin. So we have our DC trip coming up. Again, one of our pillars is being the voice of business, advocating. So we do that in partnership with Odessa. We'll have all of our signature luncheons that we're really looking forward to. We've got our State of Oil and Gas coming up in January, which is going to have great speakers from ConocoPhillips, as well as Nick Olds. He's an executive vice president and the president of the Permian region, Aaron Hunter. And we'll also have Mike Sommers, who's the president of API, be the facilitator of a fireside chat with all those guys. So that's going to be a really, really sharp conversation.
Awesome.
Cannot forget, you know, the 250th
Absolutely.
Star Spangled Salute.
Lots of exciting things happening
That's
with
right.
that.
That's right.
All
So,
across the United States, and we're lucky to have a very special celebration here in the Permian Basin.
We do. We're excited to be obviously the organizers of that. We're really going to probably start kicking off in high gear here in January. Not that we don't have so many other things going on, but yeah, 250 is a really special thing. So we're excited to celebrate it.
That's awesome. All right. Well, Happy New Year, Evan.
Happy
Thank
New
you
Year.
so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me and
All right,
giving me an opportunity.
Anything else you want to add real quick?
No. Happy New Year to you.
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year to the viewers.
All right. We'll send it back over to you guys.